In a world where military dominance is often measured by technological innovation, Israel has emerged as a surprising leader. Once reliant on outdated Second World War-era weapons, this small Middle Eastern nation now boasts some of the most advanced missile defense systems in the world. With the development of groundbreaking technologies like the Iron Dome and the revolutionary Iron Beam laser defense system, Israel has redefined how nations protect themselves from modern airborne threats. How a small nation took on big challenges. Israel's geopolitical reality is unlike any other. Surrounded by hostile neighbors and frequently targeted by rockets and missiles, the country has had no choice but to invest heavily in defense innovation. When Israel declared its independence in 1948, its arsenal included little more than aging rifles, mortars, and a handful of armored vehicles. However, this humble beginning did not deter the newly formed nation. By the mid-1960s, Israel had already begun to modernize its forces. The 1965 Suez Crisis, where Israel aligned with Britain and France against Egypt, marked the country's first significant display of air power. Just 2 years later, during the Six-Day War in 1967, Israeli fighter pilots flying French Mirage 3 jets secured a decisive victory, cementing Israel's growing air superiority. This progress continued through the 1973 Yom Kippur War, where American-built jets faced off against advanced Soviet-supplied weapons used by Arab armies. Rethinking defense in the face of new threats. As military technology evolved globally, so did the threats faced by Israel. In the 1990s, the Israel Defense Forces began grappling with frequent missile attacks from Hezbollah in Lebanon. These surprise rocket barrages caused destruction in northern Israel and exposed vulnerabilities in national defense strategies. With similar attacks coming from Gaza, Israeli defense planners realized they needed more than just powerful air forces. They needed a way to neutralize rockets before they could land. This marked the beginning of a new era in missile defense, one that would ultimately change global military thinking. Though met with skepticism, especially from U.S. defense analysts, who questioned its cost and feasibility, Israel moved forward with developing a short-range missile defense system. The birth of the Iron Dome. In 2004, Brigadier General Daniel Gold led the charge to create a solution. As head of research and development for the Israel Defense Forces, he was a driving force behind the Iron Dome project, despite encountering funding challenges and political hurdles. His vision gained momentum during the 2006 Second Lebanon War, when over 4,000 rockets were fired into Israel, forcing hundreds of thousands of civilians into shelters and making the need for protection painfully clear. By 2007, Israeli Defense Minister Amir Peretz greenlit the project. The development of Iron Dome was handed to Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, which collaborated closely with the military to create a system capable of detecting, analyzing, and destroying incoming rockets. At an estimated cost of $210 million, it was a bold gamble, but one that paid off immensely. A revolutionary shield in action. Operational since 2011, the Iron Dome has become one of the world's most successful short-range missile defense systems. Using the EL-2084 radar, the system continuously scans the sky for airborne threats. Once a missile is detected, its flight path is analyzed to determine if it's heading toward a populated area or critical infrastructure. If it poses no risk, the system conserves its resources. But if it threatens lives, the Iron Dome reacts in seconds. It deploys Tamar interceptor missiles equipped with electro-optic sensors and maneuverable fins that lock onto targets mid-air and destroy them with remarkable accuracy. This selective targeting not only enhances efficiency, but also minimizes unnecessary expenditure. A single battery, with multiple launchers and up to 20 interceptors each, can protect an area of about 58 square miles. The system's effectiveness is nothing short of extraordinary. It can neutralize multiple incoming threats simultaneously under all weather conditions and at any time of day. Its real-world success in combat situations has saved thousands of lives, prevented large-scale destruction, and boosted the morale of Israeli citizens. The system's greatest test. Despite its impressive track record, the Iron Dome faced its most significant challenge on October 7, 2023. In a surprise escalation, Hamas launched a massive rocket barrage from Gaza, with over 3,000 missiles breaching the defense shield. The attack resulted in approximately 1,000, 300 Israeli deaths, marking one of the most tragic days in recent Israeli history. In response, Israel declared war and initiated counterattacks against Hamas. But this incident also exposed the limitations of even the most advanced missile defense systems when faced with overwhelming numbers. Recognizing this, Israel decided to deploy a new weapon for the first time, the Iron Beam. Laser defense becomes reality with Iron Beam. Although unveiled in 2014 by Rafael, the Iron Beam, known in Hebrew as Karen Barzel or Magen, had remained largely in development. However, its concept had roots as far back as the 1970s, when Israeli scientists first explored high-energy lasers for military use. By the 1990s, Israel and the US were collaborating on creating chemical laser systems using deuterium fluoride capable of producing beams strong enough to destroy missiles and artillery shells midair. The Iron Beam is the culmination of years of research into solid-state laser technology. Unlike interceptor missiles that rely on explosive force, Iron Beam uses fiber optic lasers that generate intense heat to melt or destroy key components of incoming threats. Capable of eliminating drones, mortars, artillery shells, and short-range rockets, it is a cleaner and far more cost-effective alternative. Why lasers could be the future of defense? One of Iron Beam's most compelling advantages is cost. While each Tamar interceptor used by Iron Dome costs up to $150,000, a single laser shot from Iron Beam costs roughly $2,000. In a prolonged conflict, this cost differential becomes critical. Lasers also do not produce debris, unlike traditional interceptors, which can cause secondary damage when their fragments fall to the ground. Another benefit is speed. Because lasers travel at the speed of light, Iron Beam can intercept threats faster than any missile-based system. Its laser locks onto a target within seconds, and the threat is neutralized almost instantly well before it can reach its destination. As of 2023, the system's power output was reported to exceed 100 kilowatts, with the ability to focus its beam to a coin-sized spot at a distance of over 6 miles. It takes just 4 seconds to disable an incoming threat, making it ideal for defending against fast-moving objects like drones and short-range rockets. Naval defense and beyond. Recognizing the increasing threats in the maritime domain, Israel announced a naval version of Iron Beam in 2023. This adaptation is designed to defend warships from drone swarms and anti-ship missiles. Set to be installed on Israel's Sa'ar-6 class corvettes within the next 5 years, this development adds a significant layer of protection for the nation's naval forces. The flexibility of Iron Beam's design allows it to work in tandem with other defense systems, including Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow 2 and 3. This creates a comprehensive, multi-tiered shield capable of defending against a broad spectrum of threats from basic rockets to intercontinental ballistic missiles. Iran's Fatah missile. While Israel continues to upgrade its defenses, new threats loom on the horizon. Iran recently introduced its hypersonic missile, the Fatah. With a range of approximately 870 miles and speeds up to Mach 15, this weapon is designed to evade conventional missile defense systems. Fatah's maneuverable warhead and unpredictable flight path make it incredibly difficult to intercept. Capable of operating both inside and outside the atmosphere, it presents a challenge that even advanced systems like Iron Dome and Iron Beam must prepare for. What the future holds for Israel's missile defense. Although Iron Beam is not yet fully operational, Israeli officials believe it will be ready within the next few years. As Rafael continues to refine the technology, the nation is gradually moving closer to a defense system that combines speed, precision, and cost efficiency in ways previously unimaginable. Once fully deployed, Iron Beam will form an essential part of Israel's multi-layered air defense architecture. With missile threats evolving rapidly, the combination of Iron Dome's proven reliability and Iron Beam's cutting-edge laser technology positions Israel at the forefront of modern military defense. If you found this video informative and eye-opening, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into cutting-edge defense tech and global security. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and join the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.